Hello guys, welcome back to the multi-code course. So today we will be talking about the new topics such as operators and if else condition or conditional statements. So for that we should start with our same project or same file, I can say. Let us open one C file, that is hello world only for sample, and one more C++ file, uh, let it be C .cpp. So in the C style we will start with something like we should declare some variables, so let it be A only. We should remove the string part, so let us have a variable A with some default value 2 and what we need to say about the operators. Like there are two types of operators, one unarray operator and second binary operator. So unarray operator means that works only on one value. Like if you do a plus plus, what does that means? If you do let me copy this line and paste it over here and let it be variable d, and if you do a plus plus, so what is the difference between the two? So I should show using the output. Let C value %d and d value equal to %d. Wherever you want the value, use %d in C. That is much better option, and you can directly print the value, and that's all. Save this file and run it again. So you can see the output. C is showing value 2 and D is showing the value 4. So let me go on with the code again. What happens, like we initialize the value of A with 2, then this value 2 goes over here and get initialized to C, but it doesn't increment it. Plus plus is used to increment a particular value with 1. So basically what happens, if plus plus is after the variable, it means post increment, means the increment will be after that particular line. So firstly the value 2 has been initialized to C, then the value of A has been incremented. So for the next line the value of A is already 3, and again we incremented. If the plus plus is before the variable A, then it is pre-increment. So for pre-increment what we did is, like, we have the value 3 over here and we incremented one more value, so it became 4. So now the value 4 will get saved in D. So that's why we have the value C as 2 and D as 3. For much more explanation, let me have the value one more printed over here, the value of A. Let me print the value of A over here. It should have the value 3 over here. So let me print that value. Let us save this program and close this output and rerun the program again. So yeah, you can see the value of A is coming out to be 3, the value of C is 2, and value of D is 4. So this is what the unarray operator are there. You can have like A plus plus, A minus minus to decrement one value, then similarly plus plus A plus plus A B means some other value, and then you can have binaries operators. So talking about the binary operator, you can say the one we normally use in mathematical operations like plus, minus, into, divide, and all. So we have already talked about in the last video, like if you do A plus A again, so A is having the value what 2, so A plus A will be 4. You can easily identify. So we can have a output for that as well. Save this program, run it again, so it's showing the 4. So talking about the next is like you can have like minus operator into, for multiplication you have this asterisk symbol, and for division and modulus operator. You might be not knowing about this operator. To show its big functionality, let me take two values like 3 and int b equal to 5, and then show you the value like 5, let it be b mod a, and save this and let me show the output, and then I will explain. So its value is 2. So now D shows the remainder. What are we doing is b mod a. So b is 5. If you divide 5 by 3, whatever the remainder is there, it should be saved in D. So now 5 divided by 3 gives the remainder 2, and 2 value is being saved to the D, and we are printing that value. Now this part you can say is almost the same in C++, Java, and C#. You just need to change the printing statement that we have already explained in the last tutorial. So now I guess we should proceed on with our next part, that is the conditional statement. That will be much better. So now start with that. We can have the conditional statement with if. If is the keyword that is used in C to have some condition. Let me put a condition on A, that if A is greater than some value like 2, then print some message we should give like A is greater than 2, else, let me copy this code, so let me save this program. We don't require this then, and why should we do this all thing then? Save this program, rerun it again. So we can say A is greater than 2. Why? Because A has now the value of 3. So it means the conditional statement is checking if A is greater than 2, then it is going with this functionality. This statement will run, otherwise this statement will run. To demonstrate the else part, let me have this value 1. So now A is less than 2, so it should print A is less than 2. So yeah, we can see in the output A is less than 2. Now going on with the next part, we can have like 2 or 3 conditions as well. So for that we have another keyword, else if A is greater than 1. Let me have some bigger intervals, like A is less than 2 and A is greater than 2. Print let it be printed like A is greater than 2 and here A is greater than 5 and here A is greater than is less than 2. Okay, fine, let's work. So now to have this working, I should like run this first. So for now it has the value 1, so it is showing like the value equal to value is less than 2. So if you go on with the value like 3, what should it print? Like it should print this value, because only one condition is being satisfied. So if you run it again, A is greater than 2 means the second condition is been running, not even the first, not even the third. This is because A is greater than 5, this condition false. A is greater than 2, this is true. If this is true, then it won't get to the else part. So that is why we use else if, because if more than one condition is there, it should check all the condition and then goes to the last part. So finally we will be talking about like one more conditional type of statements are there. We can switch this to like A is greater than 5, like we can have the variable here in D equal to, this is called conditional operator. If A is greater than 5, question mark, what should be there, like this can't be like, let it be some character C, let it be, if this is true then T, else F, and save this and print the value of character percentage C and comma C, and let me print, save this and run it again. So it's showing F, means the condition is false because the value of A is 3. If you get some other value like 6 over here and save it and run it again, so it's showing T, means it's true. So this is another type of conditional operator, like you put the condition over here, question mark, after the question mark you put the true value over here and after this after this colon, put the false condition over here, and whatever the value it will return, save it in some other variable, and then you can use that variable to print some value. Or if you have, you can make a conditional statement over here and false conditional statement over here. So last part we'll be talking about is the switch. So switch is another way we can have like condition. So inside switch you just have to put the variable, and here the switch works with the cases. If you have case like 1 and printing some printf like a has value 1 and you print that value similarly, but one thing you should make sure you should break this part. What does this break means is that if this condition 1 is true, then it should run, else after running this statement it should break. So let me go with the value 3 and 5 and 6, and let me have one default print some other value, and we should break this one as well. So should we run this program? No, like some more changes we have to make over here. A has value 3, 5 and let it be 6. You can have the continuous value just to show for showing purpose and having like, so it's running. A has value 6. One condition is being satisfied. Let me try with 3, save and run it again. So A has value 3. So we can see for the value of 3 it is satisfying this condition. For value of 6 it is satisfying this condition. If you gave some value like 10, so what happens, it doesn't satisfy first condition, neither second, neither third, neither fourth. So it should go to the default and print some other value. So let me run this, and it is showing some other value. So this is what you can expect from the conditional statements. There are lot more variations on this conditional statement, like you can have switch inside a switch, you can have if inside if. Just you have to put is like inside this curly braces, use whatever the condition you want, and to have the multiple lines you can have like print another something, print it will go on with the first condition only. Like in case 1 you will be having like now 2 more condition. If you print like hello here, and that doesn't make any sense, but for showing purpose you can use this. And if you have like value of a equal to 1, now it should print 2 values, like a has the value 1 and then hello after that. So it's showing that only a has the value 1 and hello after that. So you might be thinking about like why printing on the same line. To print on the next line, we can use the /n for that. /n are the escape sequences. We can have /n, /b, /a for some warning, like it makes a sound. /t is for tab purpose. So basically, mostly we use /n for the next line. Saving and run it again, then it should print on the next line. That is why. Now you might be thinking, what's the difference it will make in if you go on with C# and C++ and Java. So let me show you this code, copy this code and show this in C++. It will be almost the same. Just what to change is the printing statements. So I won't go with all the conditions. Let me go with some 1 or 2 condition. Like one condition is this one. So switch works over here also. So we can have the cout over here and remove this parenthesis. Oh, I forgot to break. You shouldn't forget to have this break statement, otherwise the condition doesn't make sense. I guess now it should work in this as well. So yeah, it is having the value 1, so it's printing the first condition. If you have like value somewhat 12, so it doesn't have the first condition value, and you can have like some other value over here. So the similar part can be observed in Java as well. So let me run this part in Java. So that is fine, case is fine. Only the output part we can change is that system.out.println, and inside this println we should have this. We can't have double quotes here. Yeah, this part is fine now. System. And if you rerun this code again, activates the project, so it takes more time to build. Okay, so it's showing some other values. Now we should go with first condition at the, which is like, it's A has a value of 1, so it's pretty good. Now for the last part in Visual Studio, we should have the same code. Here this is fine, only the part is we need to change is console.writeLine, console.writeLine. Here you have function like writeLine to print on different lines, and console.write to print on the same line. Similarly in Java also we have like function print ln to print on different line, while print is to print on the same line. So right now I'm using right line to print on different lines, but it won't make a difference because they are the two different conditions. Only one can run at a particular time. So it's building project. So you can observe a lot of code similar, even the conditional statement. We have running the switch conditions in all the four languages. It's almost the same. Even the if condition remains the same. Here in switch, in C sharp and in Java, you can use integer values to have the case and even the string values to have the different cases. So we can have this output like A is having a value 1, so it's showing this output. Elsewhere, if A is having some other values like 15, so it should say some other output like some other value. So now you can easily observe the similarities in all the four codings, like C sharp code matches that to a Java code, just the printing part is different. And here you can have the inside a switch you can have the integer values as well as the string values. Like if you want to match some string, like if some name is Ram, Mohan, so on or something, and you want to have some printing statement, then you can use the case Ram over here and print that his name is Ram or Shyam, something like that. And then you can have that same code over here, just you can't use the string statements over in C and C++. Make sure you use it properly, and else all the parts looks approximately similar in C, C++, and Java and C sharp as well. So the syntax part is almost the same, only some printing statement differs. Make sure of that and enjoy your coding in multiple languages. That will be much easier now for you. Thank you and hope you will like this video. That's all for this video. Make sure you click on the subscribe button now